This show is brought to you by Manscaped. Use the code AFTV for 20% off your order and free shipping at manscaped.com. AFTV, you just heard Dan, he seems pretty upset. 5th place at the start of the season. I should ask Dan that. At the start of the season, where did you think we'd finish? Look, I'm not even saying I'm not taking into account the first 3 games. Yeah. At the start, the season hasn't started yet. You've looked at Man City, Liverpool. You've looked at the spending that Man United have done. You've looked at Tottenham. You've looked at the spending that Chelsea done. 100 million on Lukaku. Where did you expect Arsenal to finish? Honestly.
I did legitimately. I legitimately expected us to finish top 4 on the basis of the fact that we were playing 1 game a week. It gave him an opportunity to implement his playing style, which he'd struggled with over time before, and therefore the ability for him to be able to implement that playing style over that week, manage the fatigue, etc., was that situation. So I didn't see a reason why he wouldn't be challenging for the top 4, and I expected him to be in the top 4. And then when you get to, like we said, 3 games with a 4-point lead, you expect to see them over the line. And I think we spoke earlier about mentality, and that is the difference. Man City went to West Ham a couple of weeks ago, 2-0 down, brought it back. Today, 2-0 down, brought it back. Same with Liverpool. You know, those teams go right to the wire.
Difference is what they've got. Yeah, it's the squad as well.
Yeah, it's the quality of the
personnel.
Squad. Yes, it's the quality of the squad, but it's also your players like your Milners, like your Fernandinhos, those players that have been around and they've got 10, 15 years behind them. I mean, that gives you that experience and that push over the line. And they're not players that are going to play every single week, but they're players that are around the dressing room, encouraging the Phil Fodens, encouraging the Rodris, encouraging those sorts of players to kind of develop, and that's really important. And we lack that. When we were in January, when we were as close as we were, and we knew that I suppose the schedule over the next few months wasn't going to be as busy as it was. I understand in theory why they reduced the deck a little bit, but the reality is when you're that close and you can touch it, you've actually sometimes maybe got to take that gamble. And this isn't hindsight. I think we all said it after the Man City game on the first. We were that close. So the disappointing thing is that it was there. Yes, they have a project plan, and yes, they want to get to it within the Champions League within 3 years. But actually, if you're there and you have the opportunity to do it within 12 months, why would you not take the extra steps that you need to take to go ahead and do that? And that sits on the board. And I think.
So what would you give the season out of 10 then?
6 or 7. And that's being quite generous. And I think for me, what I want to see is I want to see us be brave in the transfer window, but I also want to see us do it early. I don't want to see us trying to hunt round for bargains on the last day when we've already had 10, 11, 12 points to play for. And now we're trying to bring players in, and then they come in and straight away they're going away on international break, and then they're coming in and they've got 2 days to train before the next game. You've got to get them in early. You've got to identify them now. They should have been identified. I mean, we said this in January. They should have been identifying targets in October and November for the January transfer window. So to then not get anyone in and say, well, we couldn't find the targets and the value wasn't there and all that sort of stuff, like, it holds no weight. And that is the difference. The difference is, don't get me wrong, there are managers, people like Conte. But when Conte was trying to get himself sacked in interviews, no one was calling him elite then. He was on TV crying, I don't think Tottenham have got the ambition to do what I want them to do. But in fairness, they went and backed him, and they gave him the players that he wanted, and it got him over. And there are lessons to be learnt from that. Managers are going to make mistakes. Mikel's made mistakes. He's going to keep making mistakes. Guardiola potentially made a mistake by not going and getting a centre forward last year, and it almost came back to bite him, but it didn't, because they've gone and won the league, and ultimately mentality-wise, that's the difference. He's kept the Fernandinhos around, and I think sometimes maybe the challenge that Arteta has is managing those difficult personalities that maybe aren't playing every single week, whereas actually Guardiola, with his experience, is able to be ruthless and manage your Fernandinhos and manage the players that aren't playing every single week but still bring value and still can come in and do something when needed.
Cool. Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.